I know. It's kind of nice.
How they normally get along.
It's fine. I don't either.
It was gorgeous. Jesus. Sorry.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the November 2nd, 2022 meeting of the Auburn School Committee. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please start with introductions to my right.
Dan Portron, Ward 5.
Clarissa Perez Armendariz, Ward 1.
Pam Hart, Ward 2.
Ryan Belknap, Ward 4.
Connie Brown, Superintendent.
Eric Gaudier at large.
Pam Albert at large.
Jason Lebeck, Mayor.
Abigail Fauché, Student Representative.
Gabriel Desperate, Student Representative.
Julian Dumais, Student Representative.
Mark Conrad, Business Manager.
Sue Doris, Assistant Superintendent.
And Ms. Karen Matthew has an excused absence for this evening. The first item on the agenda is to approve tonight's consent agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda, which also includes the minutes from October 19th?
So moved.
Thanks, Ben. Second?
Second.
I have something to add. Do you do it after?
Yep.
Okay. I'll second.
Thanks. Thanks, Pat. Any questions, comments?
Yes, the date is wrong, at least on my copy. It says October 5th.
I have October 19th.
It should say October 19th.
I'm just opening it now.
That's correct.
Yeah, at the top of the...
Oh. She's correct.
Any other questions, comments? All those in favor? All those opposed? Motion passes. At this point, we'll open up public participation to anyone who would like to speak to the Auburn School Committee this evening about a topic that's not on tonight's agenda. When coming up, please state your name, address, and affiliation with the school department. Yeah, do you see anybody else? I don't see anybody. Okay, all right, seeing none, I'm going to close public participation, and we'll move into the presentation that we have this evening. Dr. Brown?
Thank you very much. I'd like to introduce Dr. Doris, who in turn is going to introduce our literacy coaches and our other coaches for the evening.
We are excited to present to you tonight our literacy, math, and technology coaches, and they have prepared a presentation for you. And Stephanie Weber is going to start us off.
Let me introduce you to our coaching team at the Auburn School Department. Our math team, Lisa Coburn, who works with grades pre-K through 5 at all of our elementary schools. Lisa was awarded the 2022 Jacqueline Mitchell Mathematics Educator Award by the Association of Teachers of Mathematics in Maine for 2022. Courtney Pierce works with grades 6 through 8 in the district. Ursula Cote is working with grades 9 through 12. Our literacy team works with grades pre-K through 6. Carol Tomani, who works at Fairview and Walton. Kim Bianco works with Sherwood Heights and East Auburn Community School. And Stephanie Hathaway works with Park Avenue and Washburn. Our technology coaching team, who works district-wide with all 10 of our schools. Ursula Cote, Apple Learning Coach, and Stephanie Weber, Apple Learning Coach and Apple Distinguished Educator Class of 2019. As coaches, we work as thinking partners with teachers and staff. Coaching cycles are designed to help a teacher define, develop, implement, and sustain a professional learning plan. We help our colleagues identify new areas where they can continue to grow and improve and support them on that journey. We look to help drive instruction and provide intervention support so that we are reaching all learners with our curriculums. We also meet with our colleagues in their professional learning community meetings where grade levels meet to plan and implement instructional practices. We model lessons, co-teach, and we troubleshoot when a question or problem arises. Our support helps staff and students build capacity and allows for them to have more tools in their toolbox when working with students. We are boosting student engagement, fostering connections and collaboration, and diving deeper into content and curriculum.
My name is Colleen Henry. I teach second grade at Fairview, and I've loved working with the technology coaches for years. They're always so helpful, especially to demonstrate to a class how to use a new app or how to use a new tool with technology in a purposeful way. They're great at breaking it down for the second grade level, making it user-friendly and problem-solving anything that might come along the way. I very much appreciate all the time they put into our work.
As our colleagues take ownership of their new skills, we look for opportunities to highlight their impactful teaching practices. We help our colleagues identify milestones in their progress that they can celebrate. We celebrate their success by showing their project in a workshop or sharing their success in a staff meeting, emails, and the technology newsletter.
I'm Chris Sampson. I am a teacher at Sherwood Heights Elementary School. I teach 6th grade ELA. I have been teaching for almost 30 years, and even with the many years of experience that I have, I value the time with coaches. It empowers me to try new things. It allows me an opportunity to ask questions and clarification on new teachings that we have had, and it helps me to feel very secure in what I am doing when the coaches come in and chat with us. It's an invaluable experience.
That first part of the presentation tonight was a chance for you to meet all of our coaches and to learn a little bit about what they do in our schools. And now we're going to hear from our math coach, Lisa Coburn, and our literacy coach, Stephanie Hathaway, about our new math and literacy programs. So we have a couple slides coming up for you, and I think we're starting off with math. As soon as we get the slide up.
Hi, so I'm Lisa Coburn. I'm the math coach for pre-K through 5 across the district, and I'm just going to give you an update about what's going on in mathematics, actually for the whole district. So we have a new math program, Illustrative Mathematics, and it is a fabulous program that really fosters students understanding not only the mathematical concepts, but also the mathematical practices. Some of the bright spots I'm excited to share is that every single teacher I meet, every time I walk by them or in our PLCs, says the amount of student engagement has increased so much this year with this program. It really values student voice and sharing their thinking and collaboration. So that is definitely the biggest bright spot I would love to share. The digital platform that we got for teachers provides them with the slide decks, which makes planning and implementing lessons very much easier for teachers. And it also gives them tools to help support student learning. And also the materials that were purchased provide lots of hands-on experience that help create that atmosphere to build from concrete to representational to abstract. And the focus just on developing mathematical reasoning and conceptual understanding, which I term the real mathematics, is definitely the focus for our students this year. And our plan to continue this success, we have professional development that will be provided by Illustrative Mathematics, which are the creators of the curriculum, and also Imagine Learning, which is the digital platform that we're using, and ongoing support from myself and the other two math coaches. And we do that through our PLCs, which are our professional learning communities, also in coaching cycles, and then other professional development opportunities that we would be running. And also, we are able to model lessons and take videos of teachers doing lessons to have that feedback with other teachers. Great. So I think if I do this.
I'm Stephanie Hathaway, and I'm the literacy coach for Park Avenue and Washburn School. So same format as Lisa, just kind of talking about our program. This is our second year implementing the SAVAS program. And we have the 3 tiers in pre-K, my view for the K through 5, and then my perspective 6 through 8. This year we are digging deeper into the other layers of SAVAS. Last year was just getting everybody used to the flow of the lessons. This year we're digging into the student level readers and really focusing in on the Reading Routines Companion, which has lessons that are kind of more explicit so that you can use them with smaller groups. And differentiates for students who are ready to move on or students who might need a little more practice. We're also trying to bring out the SAVAS Now, which is part of the digital platform. They have added this year, and there are a ton of resources for teachers. So we're really trying to dig in and see what's available and make sure that our teachers have what they need to teach the program. Lots of bright spots. One thing being in different classrooms across the district is you get to see that the instructional language is a common from building to building and grade to grade. It is very cool. I'm working, doing a coaching cycle in a 2nd grade in Park and one at Washburn, and to hear the same language, to be the same lesson, it's just really cool to know our teachers are all kind of on the same page at the same time. Because of that, teacher collaboration has been supported. There's lots to talk about, and they are experiencing the same thing. They can really collaborate with each other to problem solve, so that's been a big plus. Students are also getting a variety of genres, being exposed to different cultures, and also through science, there's science and social studies built into the curriculums as well. So it's a very well-rounded experience that they're getting. And also this year, Bright Spot is just using technology to help our teachers collaborate. We've used Google Docs in the past, and we can't remember what their names, and we know we put them there, but this year we created a Google Classroom, so teachers are able to drop questions about the program, any resources that they have come up with or that they have used, that gets dropped in. Anything that the literacy coaches have discovered on SAVAS Now or any resource we think would be a help, it's all dropped into that Google Classroom and they all have access to it at the same time. Our plan for continued success, we're continuing to do professional development around the science of reading. We've already given 2 professional PD sessions on the science of reading. We have one planned for January and one for March as well. We're also highlighting how the elements of research are embedded in our curriculum. The SAVAS curriculum is based on the science of reading, so it is best practice. We're also providing our ongoing support with PLCs and coaching cycles. And we're also going to be receiving more professional development as coaches through the SAVAS leadership. So we're working with them to make sure that our instruction and our help for teachers is there.
Thank you. And now we'll take questions.
Miss Coburn said that she has encountered, no, it's actually for you, Miss Hathaway. Sorry. She said that she's encountered a lot of staff saying that, you know, there's a lot of students are really engaged. And are you finding that with the literacy program as well as the math program, as far as students and staff?
There's a lot more. Last year was a lot. It was a very different approach to literacy that our teachers hadn't had before. So last year was really about just learning how it all went. This year, I'm amazed at the confidence that the teachers have after being a coach last year and knowing the abundance of questions I got all the time about the program. This year, teachers really know what they're doing. They have, you know, they've worked it out. They know what the flow of the lessons, and they're making it come alive for students. I think now they're comfortable with that, so they're starting to kind of put their own tweaks on it as far as, you know, what they're delivering when, what's best for their students at that time. So yeah, I've seen the engagement definitely is there this year, much more so than last year.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
I don't have a
Comments?
question, but it sounds like the teachers are really thrilled and behind both of these programs.
They have been working so hard. It's
Yeah.
a lot as a teacher to take on not only one new curriculum last year, but an additional one this year
Yeah.
on top of everything else that they're dealing with, you know, just people back in school full time. So
Good,
they're
good.
working extra hard.
If the teachers buy in, then it usually works, so, good.
You've been in the school department for a long time, and there's been a lot of different curriculums that have kind of shown up. And do you find that these two curriculums, you've had the support and the professional development needed to provide a good base for you guys to learn? I know it's a lot of work, but do you feel that you've kind of been guided well with this program as opposed to in the past where you've been introduced to some programs but maybe not necessarily had the professional development to really articulate the program?
But I feel for the Savas program, it's really been a lot. They provided a good base with videos for the different grade levels, the different programs that were there. So the teachers have had that all year and all last year to fall back on, as well as, you know, we've been able to easily contact Savas if we're having an issue, so that's been good. I would say for me personally, the biggest support is just the other literacy coaches, because we're able to field questions, we're constantly in contact, you know, either over Zoom or with texts, just checking with each other, and, you know, so that for me has been a huge support with the professional development aspect of it. Because even no matter how much professional development support you get, when you get in the trenches and you're really digging into it, there's always questions that come up, and so, yeah.
Thank you.
And use my teacher voice, I think you'll be able to hear me. I've been in Auburn for a long time. I was here when we rolled out everyday math. And, you know, I'm going to sell myself, but we didn't have coaches back then. So you were pretty much on your own. And I think what we have here in Auburn, you know, can always get more. But being able to have those opportunities, teachers can know, they'll see a coach, they can brainstorm, and we try to establish some capacity of building those professional learning communities, like use your peers to build off. So definitely, I think that plays into teachers having buy-in because they have support.
Okay, thank you.
Absolutely.
Is there a deliberate, intentional connection with you and the induction academy, the new teachers?
There, Michelle Gagne and we do collaborate. So that
Right, good.
Any more questions, comments? Well, thank you guys. That was great. Thank you for the video. Thanks for the information. Next up on the agenda is the student representatives report.
So my name is Julian Dumay, and I am presenting the fall festivities around Auburn School. At Walton, the PTO had their 4th annual craft fair that was very well attended, and coming up is the annual turkey bingo on Friday, November 18th. At Sherwood Heights, the Student Council had completed a successful blanket drive to benefit the Pleasant Street Drop-In Center. The FOSH held a harvest hoedown on October 14th with music provided by Hoot and Hanny. Students, parents, and teachers had fun line dancing. The FOSH Scarecrow Contest will receive entries through October 30th. A holiday food drive will be held November 7th through the 18th. FOSH is sponsoring a family night with original artworks on November 18th. At Fairview, the annual Harvest Festival was held for the first time in 2 years. The students had a great time playing games, making crafts, enjoying the bounce house and haunted hallways. The PTO sponsored the fall fundraiser to help support student activities and field trips. The primary grades participated in a fire prevention week and presentation with the Auburn Fire Department. Students earn an all-school celebration for earning blue tickets and filling the school tube for being responsible, respectful, and safe. They voted on staff versus student games in the gym. Park Ed has a great start to fall with hosting families for the parent-teacher conference. The Auburn Fire Department visited the kiddos in grades pre-K through 2nd grade. They visited the apple orchards to read and get snacks and had great harvest from the garden. Our students have been working hard to fill the Panther-meter for a school-wide celebration. They are power voting this week to figure out what their celebration will be. The family turkey bingo will also happen Friday, November 18th. They are hosting a craft and vendor fair on Saturday, December 10th. The middle school, they had their spirit week last week. They also had their end of the quarter whiteout dance on November 4th. Oh wait, that's this week, never mind, sorry. They are holding the annual pumpkin decorating contest. They had 2 categories, scary or funny / cute. They are also holding the Pumpkin Run, the 30th anniversary of the Pumpkin Run on October 27th. The 9th annual turkey trot will be held Thursday, October 10th. The run and walk is 1.2 miles course on the AMS trails. The student leaders at Edward Little, the Student Leadership Council is holding the annual food drive between October 31st and November 18th. The class who brings the most canned goods will win a special prize along with the homeroom with the most decorated box.
Thanks, Julian. Great to see so many activities going on across all the schools. One other thing that is noteworthy, I think, as well, and Dr. Brown and many others had a chance to go see it, but the last game at Walton was recent, and that was, the parents and everybody else who was involved in coordinating that was, it was quite an event to see all the alumni that walked out on the field, and I know the game didn't turn out the way we wanted it to, but overall the event was really well attended. I don't think in the various games that I've ever seen, I don't think I've seen that many people. I don't know if you have, Scott, but again, I think it was just a really well attended event, great coordination, and it was great to see all the alumni out there. So,
can I just add on?
You absolutely can.
I just also wanted to point out, it wasn't in your presentation, but if anyone gets a chance to go watch on YouTube the Spirit Week skits from Edward Little, they were awesome. They were super, super fun. So great to see the kids having such a good time. And also another kind of bright spot, our varsity boys soccer team finished their season undefeated, which I don't know, might be a first in school history, but unfortunately they lost in their semifinal game, but undefeated season.
Next up on the agenda is the superintendent's report, but I don't think we have one tonight, do we?
No, I would just add one more item to the accolades given to our student athletes. I went to the state cross-country meet on Saturday, and our own Peyton Bell came in 4th in the Class A girls race, which was quite a race to behold. So congratulations to everybody. It was a great weekend for athleticism.
Next up on the agenda is the chairperson's report. I know Karen will be reporting out on the conference that she attended a week or two ago at our next meeting. But City Council update, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, the only update really is, and I know everybody's curious about this one, is Target is open. Normal operating hours, it's a soft open. So, and they do have a Starbucks.
Looked like it was well attended. There was a lot of excitement. I saw everybody was touting it quite a bit. Next up on the agenda is committee reports. From a standing committee's perspective, finance meets next week, so no report there. Curriculum just met, so I don't know if there's anything worthy of noting today, but I know they just met before this meeting. And then from a policy subcommittee meeting, my understanding is, we have some policies to approve tonight. My understanding, correct me if I'm wrong, Dr. Doris or Dan, that we're going to take a good look at the superintendent evaluation forms. We found over the course of the evaluations, a lot of duplicate nature of the forms, so we're really going to take a look at that. I think Ms. Matthew is going to attend those meetings and try to streamline that process a little more. Right now, I think it takes, several months to go through that process. So we're going to look at those policies over the next, I don't know if it's the next several meetings or when you're looking at doing that, but I know that's going to happen. No old business tonight, so we'll move into new business, and we have some policies to approve. Can I get a motion on the first reading of policy AUB DKC, expense authorization and reimbursement?
So moved.
Thanks, Pat. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thanks, Pat. Any comments, questions, discussions on the first policy? Okay, let's bring it to a vote. All those in favor? Seeing none opposed, motion passes. Next one is first reading. Can I get a motion on the first reading of policy AUB DM, cash in school buildings?
So moved.
Thank you. Second? I'll take you, Pat, as a second. You out of here. Any comments, questions, or discussion on the second policy? Seeing none, let's put it to a vote. All those in favor? Seeing none opposed, motion passes. Third one is, can I get a motion for the first reading of policy AUB DN, school properties disposition?
So moved.
Thank you, Pat. Can I get a second? Thank you, Pat. Any comments, questions, or discussion on this policy? Okay, all those in favor? Any opposed? Okay, seeing none, motion passes. And the last one, can I get a motion for the first reading of policy AUB CB-R, Superintendent of Schools job description?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
Thank you, Pat. Any questions, comments, or discussions on this one? Okay.
I have a question. When it says D, school community involvement visible in the schools, aware of current issues and activities in the schools, it says attends a reasonable number of student staff activities, and then it says has a reasonable level of knowledge about the community and all that. What is, can we just clarify what reasonable number is? Like, should we set a number, or is it, like, what's a reasonable number of activities that should
Can you repeat where you are in the...
Oh, sorry. Where I'm on the third page.
Okay.
Under D, which is school and community involvement.
Okay. And you're looking at number 3, right? The reasonable level.
Yeah, number
reasonable
one.
Level of
Number
knowledge.
1 is visit schools, classrooms as appropriate, attends a reasonable number of student and staff activity or events. I was just wondering what reasonable would classify as.
Any discussion around that, Dan, that happened as far as...
I don't think we really put a number on it. We just we left it up to, to them to figure it out, depending on what their schedule was, how much time they had. I don't think it's been a problem in the past.
Yeah, I don't think we had any specific discussion around it.
I think putting a number on it would be kind of hard to do that.
Yeah, I agree. It would be tough to put a number or even a percentage or any kind of quantity around it, I think.
Okay. I mean,
I'm glad you
obviously,
bring it up,
this is
but-
going to be a policy, not just for Dr. Brown, like for
Yes.
in the future too. So that's kind of where I'm kind of looking at that. Like I know from, past experience with Dr. Brown has been very visible. But I'm just thinking like in the future too. So that's why I was just wondering what we were considering reasonable was, that's all. So that we do have a superintendent that's visible. We already do, but in the future.
I do feel like, too, that's something that is discussed and reviewed in the superintendent evaluation annually. So I also think that that's a place where if we have a superintendent who is not attending a reasonable number of events and is not visible in the community, that would come up in the evaluation.
Okay. That's true. Okay. Thank you.
Any other questions, comments, discussion? Okay, let's put it to a vote. All those in favor? Seeing none, any opposed? Okay, seeing none, motion passes. Okay, so upcoming meetings. Our next regularly scheduled meeting is on November 16th. In the packet, there are several subcommittee meetings. Are there any future agenda items or requests for information for Dr. Brown? Okay. At this time, can I get a motion to move into executive session pursuant to 1 MRSA 405-6A for the purpose of the evaluation of the superintendent?
So moved.
Thank you. Can I get a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Motion passes. We're in executive session.
Hey, David, so your food.
We're gonna start.
I know, it's freezing in here.